Yeah, that works. All right. Our speaker today is Nora Ellen, and Nora is working on her engaging humor pathway. And today she's here to share a story about taking the high road. Please help me welcome Nora Ellen.
Have you ever felt like you were thrust back into your childhood, like surrounded with kids? This happened to me on a flight I took on the way home from Kansas City on a Tuesday, last Tuesday. Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, I want to share the journey I went on for 2.5 hours with myself to work to get to the top. When I got to the airport, after my daughter dropped me off and I went to security, started getting my phone out to show my boarding pass. It wasn't in the normal slot. It wasn't in the second normal slot or anywhere in my luggage. I started to panic. I realized when I got out of her car and I took out the charger, I lost my phone. There I am at the airport. I start to panic. I look around for what some of you have never heard of or seen in your life, a payphone. Not a one payphone in the whole entire airport. Now I got to find what? A nice person, which I did. This man allowed me to call my daughter. She came all the way back, gave me my phone. Whew, got that out of the way. Run towards security. I got to get through security fast because now I'm behind in catching my flight. I'm getting my bins on the thing. The guy behind me goes in front of me. I'm not even being slow. I looked at him. He doesn't look at me, of course. And I said, "Hey, I'm late for my flight. Now I have to wait." No comment. I was appalled. Okay, I decide just let it go, get on my flight. I get on the airplane, I find my window seat. I love window seats because I really enjoy looking out. Sat down, got all comfortable. Next thing I know, the guy behind me reaches through, closes my shade. What? Okay. I'm just going to open the shade, nice gesture, let him know, hey, it's my row, my seat. Open the shade. He closes it again. So I sit there thinking, what am I going to do? Play the open shut game with the shade up, down, up, down, up, down. That is not my way. No, I am not going to do that. All right, just calm down, settle back. And now my imagination starts going because I felt very vulnerable. I was violated. This is my row. Who ever heard of sitting by the window seat and closing all the shades only if you're going to sleep? But through the flight, nope, he was awake the entire time. I did try to talk to him, but he pulled off the old, what, I can't hear you, which at first I thought he really meant it, but no, he didn't. He was just trying to blow me off. All right, I'm going to get a hold of my thoughts now. Take my thoughts captive, think positive. Okay, settle down now. I know, I'll read my book. Here's my book I had on my plane. See at the top by Zig Ziglar, the how-to book that gives you a checkup from the neck up to eliminate stinking thinking and avoid hardening of the attitudes, which I was in stinking thinking, folks. I was thinking of all kinds of scenarios of what I could do to get even with this guy. Okay, what if the plane starts going down? It's him or me. I'm going to choose me. Oh, no, don't go there. Then I decided I need to just relax. The flight attendant shows up. What do? Hey, can you get the guy behind me to stop reaching around closing my window? She was a young woman. She looks over at him and says, hey, and he goes, oh, there's so much glare. And I said, well, he can move to the middle seat. There's nobody there. It can move. She starts telling him that. And then she gets this look on her face like, I think she got so afraid of the guy. Okay, let it go. She was young. Back to having good thoughts. I realized, hey, I can look at the humor in this because I love to laugh and I love to see things that are funny. All of a sudden, I burst laughing out loud. Ha ha ha! This is turning into a positive event because you know why? I finally have my story for my tool in Toastmasters. I started getting on my computer and frantically started writing my story out. Great. This humor helped me a lot. But then I started getting back to the revenge monster that started to show up again. I thought, okay, I'm just going to push my seat back. Then you won't want to reach around anymore. Now I can open my window. I wanted to see the mountains. So I started to push my seat back, but it goes back like nothing. Hardly did it. I was thinking, I realized I did the child thing again with the flight attendant. I became a tattletale, just like my little 4-year-old granddaughter I was with that told on her sister the whole trip I was there. Again, going to go back into who am I? I am not going to let this happen to me where some guy does this, but then I'm miserable. He's very happy. I know. I'm going to be thankful for him. I started praying, God, help me, because I was in this journey back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to be thankful for him. I'm going to forgive him. And I'm going to have good thoughts about myself and even about him. Then I thought, okay, when I get off the plane, I'll just throw one last little zinger to him. I thought, no, he could out zing me. I do not want to be out zinged by this guy. It's time to get off the plane. I really had a moment there where it was like, okay, I want to be a loving person in my life. People need to be loved. And I kind of started feeling sorry for him because I thought if this is how he treats people, he is not going to have very good relationships. I want to be like the book, see at the top, where I'm the loving one. I'm the giving one. I'm the one that interrupts my thoughts when they're negative towards another person. I want to find the humor in things. I want to be thankful for that person. And I decided to forgive him. I decided when I got up, I was not going to look at him because I didn't want his face in my mind from what happened on this journey that I took during this 2.5 hours of going back and forth, feeling very vulnerable, but no, wanting to be a loving, mature adult because of these are the kind of people that we need in our lives. And I decided I'm going to choose the high road. And so I can see you at the top.